So what do you do when you're given what I call the unnecessaries? So this is very common, this kind of mistake, where a student is given a quotient and they think, I'm going to use the quotient rule here. And I'm looking at them like, no, please don't. So these are some examples of how to remember that we can rewrite an expression to avoid needing to use the product or quotient rules. Only use the product or quotient rules when you absolutely must. We saw examples of that, like if you've got x cubed times sine of x, then you must use the product rule. Or if you've got, let's say, x squared plus 1 over x plus 5. We can't simplify that down. Use the product or use the quotient rule. Now, what about here? 5 over 3x squared. Could you use the quotient rule? Sure. Should you? Absolutely not. 5 over 3x squared is the same as 5/3, but right here is the 5/3, times x to the minus 2. We can rewrite it that way. Now this is in power rule format, so we'll use the power rule. So 5/3 is just hanging out, times negative 2, x to the negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Sweet. So we simplify that, that's going to be negative 10, negative 2 times 5, over 3 x to the minus 3. And if you must get rid of that negative exponent, negative 10 over 3x to the third. Please do not forget that you do not need to simplify. Sorry, you do not need to use the product or quotient rule unless you have to, right? So you don't always have to use it if you can simplify things. Here, you could use the product rule. You could use the quotient rule here, but it's just messier to use the product rule. So why don't we FOIL this out first, distribute, and then take a derivative. 2x times x squared is 2x third power. 2x times minus 3 is minus 6x. That is not derived yet, but the derivative is super easy, right? The derivative of this is 6x to the second minus the derivative of 6x, which is just minus 6. Finito, right? That's really nice. And so we're done at that point. I think that it incurs less error to do it this way. You're used to these kinds of simplifications, so know yourself. If you're not very good at distributing, get better at it. But if you're not good at it and you're like, maybe I'm better at the product rule, then okay, use the product rule. But I think it's easier doing it this way first. All right, let's keep rolling. So what do we do here? Could you use the quotient rule? Sure. Must you? No. You could rewrite this as 4x squared over x. And we actually did problems like these in 2.3. I called them the rewrites. And that's minus 2x over x because we're rewriting the expression in 7 over x. So we're going to take the derivative of that once we simplify this down. 4x squared over x is 4x. The x's cancel here, nice. Minus 2. 7 over x is 7x to the minus 1. All right, so now from here, we're just going to take the derivative of each piece and we're rocking. So much better than the quotient rule. 4 times x, that derivative becomes just 4. Minus 2 is a constant, that goes to 0. And then 7x to the minus 1, little power rule. Minus 7x to the minus 2, because negative 1 times 7 is negative 7. X to the minus 1, minus 2. And if you must get rid of that negative exponent, we can do that. So it's 4 minus 7 all over x squared. Done. And that's it. That was a quick and easy video. I want to remind you, you do not have to use the product and quotient rule all the time. Don't forget about your old ways of rewriting expressions. If you can rewrite something, and it's easy to do so, do it. Then take the derivative. Otherwise, I think the algebra is nastier if you use the product or quotient rule unnecessarily. That was fun. See you soon.